My name is Jen Mallon. I'm the Director of New Student and Family Programs, and I'm thrilled to be with you today. Before I spend some more time telling you what this next couple of days together at orientation will look like, I'm going to share my screen and share a welcome video from our Chancellor and some of our current UNC students who want to welcome you as well. And following that, we'll have a few remarks from our student body president, Reeves Mosley. So bear with me for a second, and we'll get this started.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to Carolina. We're so excited to have you join our vibrant and collaborative community. Each of you have traveled your own path to earn your spot here, and we cannot wait to get to know this diverse and talented class. During your time at Carolina, you will explore and grow intellectually while holding yourself to the highest standards of excellence, ethics, and integrity. As the leading global public research university, you will have an opportunity to work with our world-renowned faculty and dedicated staff. You will be challenged to consider new perspectives and ideas. Here at Carolina, freedom of thought and expression is paramount. We care about what you have to say and advocate that you listen and learn from your peers. You will also be encouraged to ask the all-important question, why? Asking why will allow you to dig deeper into your academic journey while discovering your own passions. And beyond the classroom, lab, and studio, your education will extend to your extracurricular involvement, global travel, and public service. You will meet extraordinary people with different backgrounds and build new and life-lasting friendships. There are so many opportunities to actively shape your Carolina experience, and we are here to support you every step of the way. We cannot wait to watch you thrive as you leave your hill print, stretch your horizons, and transform our world. Welcome.
Welcome to Carolina. Welcome to Carolina.
Welcome to Carolina.
Welcome to Carolina.
Welcome to Carolina!
Hi, everyone. Welcome to your new home away from home. My name is Reeves Mosley, and I am the student body president for the 2020-2021 school year. As I speak to you today as a rising senior, I remember many of the emotions you might be feeling about starting your Carolina journey as if it were yesterday. 3 years ago, I was feeling anxious, unsure, and afraid of the future as a new college student when I stepped on this campus for just the second time moving into my Granville East dorm. Now, I cannot imagine myself in any other place. You all took different paths to get to UNC and will no doubt continue on your unique journeys here. But I hope you will all feel the sense of home that I and so many of my peers share when it comes to Carolina. I want to congratulate you all not only on getting into UNC, but also on making it through the past few months. Navigating this new world dictated by COVID-19 has not been easy, but you all have overcome unusually difficult circumstances and will be entering Carolina during an unprecedented and historic moment. The class of 2024 will be remembered for their resiliency, and I am excited to see how you all shine this year and in the future. COVID-19 aside, deciding to attend a university is a brave decision. Many of you might feel anxious about starting over. Some of you might be moving hundreds or even thousands of miles away from your closest friends and family members. I myself am from a small horse town outside of Dallas, Texas. College ultimately is a transition for everyone. I encourage you all to take it easy on yourselves and embrace your own experiences. I hope you all choose to make meaningful connections and to seek out helpful resources and communities to support you and your adjustment to college. I would like to share some advice about how to make the most of your Carolina experience. Do things that feel meaningful and give you purpose. Spend time with people who uplift you and go to at least one basketball game. There are so many interesting classes, fun activities, incredible opportunities, and inspiring people at Carolina. So explore what this university has to offer. You can find your place with people on your floor by joining a club, in the classroom learning from one of our many impressive faculty members, or through a myriad of other ways. As an overambitious first-year student myself, I ran for Senate, became involved with the Institute of Politics on campus, join some community service organizations, and rush to fraternity. That's what's so great about UNC. There are so many ways to both create your own niche and to challenge yourself, often simultaneously. If it's hard some days to believe that you belong here, then I would encourage you to remember that Carolina chose you. You may not have been Tar Heel born nor Tar Heel bred, but you're a Tar Heel now, and you'll always be a Tar Heel. When you die, you'll be a Tar Heel dead, or so our alma mater tells us. So wear Carolina blue with pride, stay true to yourselves, and venture out of your comfort zone, because that is where amazing things will happen. I know these are difficult times, but as always, we will get through it together. I'm excited to get to know you all and see you all in person soon. Please never hesitate to reach out to me if you need anything at all as you begin your Carolina experience. Thank you, and hark the sound.
Good morning again, everyone. And for those just joining, my name is Jen Mallon, and I'm the Director of New Student and Family Programs. And I want to add my warm welcome to each of you and to welcome you to your new home, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. In the next 2 days, you're going to be introduced to a lot of UNC faculty, staff, and students. And I really believe that you will find that everyone here is truly committed to your success and learning. We're going to take some time together to highlight our excellent academic programs and services, our living and learning opportunities, and all of the leadership programs available to Carolina students. And I really encourage you to take full advantage of this experience by engaging both in these live Zoom webinars and all of our on-demand sessions to learn about the many resources we have here for you at Carolina. Our academic programs, coupled with our learning opportunities outside the classroom, are designed to help students achieve the broad learning outcomes of higher education, which include being able to be effective communicators, solve complex problems, engage with diverse others, and be adaptable to new situations. We know, perhaps more today than ever before, that the world is going to be a different place in a few years when you graduate. You're going to need to solve problems that we don't yet know exist using technology that hasn't been invented, and maybe even in jobs that haven't been created. And so to best prepare you, our ultimate goal is to help you thrive during your journey here. We know that most of you are starting this session with a lot of questions about what you as the student or what your student is going to be like as they make this transition to college, and what those next steps are going to be to prepare for this fall semester. This is always the case, and my guess is that this year, as we come together, you may even have more questions. And so our curriculum for the next 2 days is really designed to answer all of these frequently asked questions of our new students and their families, about our academics, about our community here at Carolina, and even beyond the classroom, what those expectations are for our students and how families can be involved as well. And so during this time together, we want to share a lot of important resources, as well as some next steps and things for you to talk about over the summer as you continue to prepare for fall semester. Today, our program is going to focus on really providing you with an overview of our academic, community, and co-curricular expectations for students. And it'll start to introduce you to some of our resources. And then tomorrow, the sessions focus a little bit more on action, where you'll be able to explore some things and topics that are of specific interest to you, and then continue to be introduced to the resources. So during these 2 days together, there's going to be some times like now where we are all together, students and families and guests. And then there are some sessions that are just for students and some that are just for families, so that you'll receive similar information, but within your peer groups. And this is a really, really important part of our goal here with orientation. We really want to provide as many opportunities for students to connect with each other, and also for families to make connection with each other and with our staff. But by the end of our time together, both students and families will receive the same core information, and we really hope that this can serve as a baseline for you all this summer as you continue conversations. And we know, as Reeves mentioned, that the journey to Carolina and that transition will be a transition for both students and their families. For you as a new student, you'll encounter academic, social, and personal changes that are going to be exciting and challenging and rewarding. And for family members, you're also going to experience a significant shift, and we want to partner with you in this entire process. So while we will have the opportunity to explore a lot of this over the next 2 days, we wanted to take just a few minutes together before we go on our journey with the curriculum to share a few things that are really common and that will help us create a sort of foundation of understanding as we go through our time together. So I'm going to take a moment to share my screen again and share some slides with you as I continue to go through some of this today. So give me a moment. All right. So, sorry, my mouse. There we go. So I have been working in orientation and family program for many, many years now. And one of the things that I hear most often from our students and their families is how to communicate with each other in college, and that sometimes that can be a bumpy transition. So we want to spend just a few minutes to set this sort of understanding together. And then as we go through the next couple of days, you'll be able to explore this in the various sessions. This slide sort of shows how I look at this. In high school, you as students were very involved in your education, actually probably from the time you were a small child. But there were lots of adults, if you will, family, teachers, coaches who are really surrounding you with some extra support and really helping you navigate that way. And while for many people that sort of communication in college, that network doesn't change, sometimes the way in which that support is granted changes. And it needs to, and it makes a lot of sense here at the college level. For one, college is a great time to continue exploring who you are, building your independence that will serve you greatly after you graduate. But the other piece of this is actually supported by an important federal law called the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, or FERPA. This law, which all universities have to follow, says that while at the K through 12 level, families and guardians are given the ability to control a student's educational records, when they come to college, that responsibility transfers to the student. So as a campus community, we aren't able to share out information about our students without your permission. And so this is a really significant change for those of you who have not gone through this before with another student, or for you as a new student. And while this responsibility shifts to students, Carolina makes it really easy for students to share all of the things that they need to with their families. And so over the next couple of days, you're going to learn how to do that, how to create that access for yourself, and how to create that access for your family members who need certain bits of information. But it's going to be up to you to have those conversations as a family to determine what that's going to look like and what those expectations for what you will share will be. And so that's why we mentioned this up front. We want you to be able to think about it over the next couple of days and then have that conversation as a family. There's a lot more information about this in the handbooks that we've provided to you for orientation. For students, it'll be found in the new student guide, and for families, it'll be in the family handbook. So we will share a lot more about this, but for now, we just wanted to kind of outline this as we're here together. The other thing I want to talk about as we head into this next couple of days is how you will spend your time outside the classroom and what that could look like here at Carolina. Our goal as faculty, staff, and advisors to you here is to really help you thrive. When you thrive, you don't just make it to a finish line. You change, you grow, you make mistakes, you learn from them, and you become more and more resilient. And ultimately, you persist, and you're going to reach your goals. Our Thrive at Carolina initiative really focuses on what student success means. Obviously, part of that is your success in the classroom, but it's much more than that here at Carolina. This definition of success that you can see on the screen now really talks about the 5 components of what we believe make a true, meaningful Carolina experience. While you're here, we want you to explore and grow intellectually. We want you to get engaged with meaningful activities, roles, and relationships here on campus. We want you to continue to develop your own sense of identity and learn from diverse perspectives. We want you to further cultivate your vocation or sense of purpose of what you're going to do next after your years at Carolina. And all while we want you to develop further emotionally and socially. We also share a bunch of things about our values as an institution. It was featured in the opening video, and here in our definition of student success, we outline 5 aspects of an environment that we hope and strive to create for you here at Carolina as faculty, staff, and fellow students. And we ask you to be part of that as well. So your orientation the next couple of days is rooted in all of this. We want every student here at Carolina to be successful, but we know that success is defined differently for each of you. And we know that your journey will be unique because you are unique. And so as we sort of close out this early time together and introduce our team to you in just a moment, I want to share one more message. And I think this is really important. We want you to ask for help while you're here. Growing emotionally, socially, and academically is hard work, and change and development is not always easy. Our very best students here at Carolina ask for help, and they engage on campus, and they embrace this community and make it their own. We want you to form study groups with other students to create those relationships and to learn together. We want you to find mentors on this campus and participate in academic experiences that are going to stretch you beyond what you've learned so far. Students who really thrive here at Carolina speak up early and reach out and make connections early. They raise their hands in class, they take advantage of office hours that faculty offer, and they meet mentors on campus and develop those relationships. There are so many people and centers and offices and resources all across this campus. So please reach out and take advantage of those as you're able. And I guess I'll simply say that Carolina is a wonderful place. I've been here for 5.5 years now, and it's just an amazing space to be in, both professionally and personally. And so take advantage of all that we have to offer here. We encourage you to try new things, to challenge yourself, and just to remember that to be successful here, you will need to be resilient, persistent, and put in a lot of hard work. And we know you're ready for that. Before we move on, I do want to share a little bit more about some housekeeping for the next few days and how we're going to get sort of moving through this curriculum for orientation. First things first, and I think I inadvertently highlighted the screen, but I'll put it back at the end of the session. We will have a virtual help desk set up for you during both days during the entire orientation program. If you have any questions or need to be redirected back to a session, or you need just some help of any kind. So please use that virtual help desk. Our NSFP, New Student and Family Programs team members will be there for you to answer anything you might come up. Getting feedback from students and families during orientation is always something really important to us, and this year it might be more important than ever. We want to make sure that we learn from you all about this experience. This is the first time that we're doing it this way. And so during the next couple of days, while you're in your live session, some of those are going to ask you to answer some questions at the end to really have us learn real time what's going well and where we need to make improvements for the coming sessions. So we ask you at those moments to please participate in that. And then in a day or so after this session closes, you'll receive a survey at home that maybe will take you about 10 minutes online to do. And we'd ask that you take the time to do that, where you'll be asked questions about all of the other components of orientation. We take your feedback right away and we put it to work right away so that we can continue to make this process better and stronger throughout the whole summer. So we encourage you and ask you to participate in that with us. As I shared earlier, students and families are sometimes going to be together and other times you'll be in separate sessions, and this is really intentional. We've staggered the schedule for you over the next couple of days so that students and families who might be using the same device to participate in the live sessions are able to do so. If you're ever not sure where to go next, we encourage you to go back to your orientation hub. For students, you'll find that in Sakai, and for family members, you'll go back to the UNC Family Experience Hub to find out where you should be going next. If and when it's needed, presenters may ask guests who are in the wrong sessions to exit and go back to the help desk to find out where they should go next. And so please just use that resource as you need to. Please also note that we're taking several safety precautions in our Zoom sessions together. First of all, in these large group sessions, they'll all be recorded, and that includes video, our slides, and any comments that come in through our question and answer features that are used at the bottom of the screen. And whenever possible, the sessions are password protected to also increase security. And finally, our private chatting feature will be disabled in these sessions, and we wanted to let you know that up front. For students, as your orientation leaders will share, all portions of the student program are required and must be attended in order to register for your classes on your assigned registration day. Attendance will be taken during all the Zoom live sessions where you're logging in. And then for the on-demand sessions, there'll be quizzes for you to complete after you finish the material. Skipping any portion will result in your registration being delayed until 10 a.m. on Wednesday, July 29th. And then finally, as Reeves mentioned, and I've inferred a couple of times, we know that there are a lot of additional questions this year, given all that we are experiencing with the COVID-19 pandemic. We will always do our best in this program to answer your questions. We as staff and students are leaning on the same resources that you will be to find out more information about what is going to be happening for us in the fall and throughout this year. I'm going to put a screen up in a moment after we after we introduce our orientation team, and it's called carolinatogether.unc.edu. This website is going to be our hub to find out all the information we need to be part of this community and what those steps will be as we come back together in the fall. And so with that, I'm going to share my screen one more time. We have a wonderful welcome video that our orientation leaders put together so that you can be introduced to our entire team, and then we'll come back to close it and move on to our next sessions. Well, we hope you enjoyed that video and hope you enjoyed meeting the rest of our new student and family programs team who will guide you through the next couple of days of orientation. Next up, we want you to meet them in person in your first small group sessions. Both our students and our family members will now move to your first small group session, and you can find the link to go to that by returning to your orientation hub. For students, that will be found in Sakai. For our families, that will be found in your UNC Family Experience Hub. And there you'll meet with your orientation leaders from 11:40 to 12:10. And then after that, you'll rejoin me here to hear from one of our fabulous UNC faculty members about what academic life is like here at Carolina. And they'll give you some great recommendations for getting off to a strong start. Thank you for being with us. And we're so excited to share with you your orientation session the next couple of days. Thank you.